0. We are live. We are live tonight. AI channels are getting demonetized again. Here is how to avoid the 2026 AI demonetization. Tonight we're going to cover some very interesting topic. We are going to talk about, we talked about demonetizing. These are the things we are going to cover tonight. Let's define the problem. Confirm YouTube channel demonetized or remove. Some recent cases. Is there a top 10 list of demonetized channel? We're going to look into that tonight. What's actually happening in 2026? Strategy for protection and success of your channel. The B-roll prompt loophole, the new concept we're going to talk about tonight, and why to save your channel, why the importance of that, and my personal strategy that will get maximum watch hours and avoid demonetization. The question really is the AI gold rush officially over? With the YouTube 2026 and 30 content update, 70% of faceless channel are risk demonetization. But are they really saying because you have a faceless channel, you'll be demonetized? The answer is absolutely not. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about what is actually being demonetized and how to avoid that. We're going to talk about the loophole about that. If you change how you prompt your B-roll, for example, you may become untouchable. Here's how to avoid the purge. Stay with us till the end, and you'll find out my own personal strategy how to do that. Let's define the problem. The current situation is what's called AI slap crackdown. Massive enforcement. The YouTube is conducting a large-scale initiative to remove or demonetize channel producing AI slap. Meaning, what is an AI slap? It's a low-effort, mass-produced, and repetitive content. I was talking about repetitive content last night. So once again, I'm showing you another angle why repetitive content is a bad thing. What is the impact of that? Millions of channels and over 4.7 billion views have been wiped out. Imagine that. 4.7 billion views have been wiped out. Some established channel earning between $7,000 to $30,000 per month have been totally demonetized. Imagine reaching that level where you're getting $7,000 per month or $30,000 per month, and then you have zero income. Imagine that. And I talked to some of the creators, I've seen some of the videos where they actually explain what happened. They show step by step what happened and some of the steps that they're using to recreate their channel in order to do that. So tonight, let's see what we could learn from that. Those people that actually got their channel demonetized, and basically learn what to avoid and what to do in some cases, right? So here are some of the most, based on the 2025, 2026 data. These are the confirmed YouTube channels that have been either demonetized or removed, okay? Now this data is from ChatGPT, right? So ChatGPT, and I go online and I kind of search for that, and I do some research based on other YouTube posts. So it's the most accurate information that I have, but of course, case of warning, you do your own research to make sure that this is not a fake information. But if you search for the channel and ask how this channel has been demonetized, you're going to get an accurate picture of what's going to get more information about it, right? So let's talk about the cases. Fake trailer channel. Screen Culture was one. KH Studio. Both lost monetization for misleading AI-generated movie trailer, right? Simple as that. Large AI slap channel removed in 2026. Cuentos fascinantes got removed. And I personally looked at that channel and I saw what they were doing. And then you see later on as to what specifically as some of the issues that was concerning about that. So the other one was Imperial de Jesus. Millions of subscribers removed during AI crackdown. Now, other AI spam style channel affected. For example, reported as deleted or wiped out. Heroes de Fantasia, Adahad Mali O, Pro Opa 25, Super Cat League, empty content. How to a wider purge or low quality AI content. I researched some of these. I know I looked for the Super Cat League, and I saw information confirming the fact that it was deleted. So if you don't believe me, just go over, do a Google search for this name, or actually, Google search and ask whether or not they've been deleted or demonetized. That you're gonna get a full picture of what's going on. So I only say that so that you know that this topic is current, is impacting a lot of creators, and it's something that you need to be aware of. The animation creator, unnamed publicly. Several public animation channels were demonetized recently, likely due to automated modernization AI detection errors. Right? So and you see later on how you have this AI factory that's churning out AI slap that have been demonetized. So sort of kind of moving towards the kind of information that I'm about to share with you. So hang around. So we know the channel that got demonetized right now. One of the questions that I asked myself was, is there a top 10 list of demonetized channel? And when I looked into that, they say YouTube doesn't publish demonetized lists. In many cases are private or temporary, right? So for example, a channel can get demonetized, right? And once the channel creator or channel person understand what the situation is, they could delete the offending content, replace it with new content, and sometimes a channel that was demonetized can come back and be monetized again. So it's no problem with that. But remember, being demonetized, you don't lose your channel. You just lose the income that's produced by that channel, right? All the views that you had were wiped out. Therefore, the clock is back to zero. You got to get monetized again. And hopefully that person, that YouTuber, has gotten smart enough over the year that they're able to recreate some replacement content, not able to get the information that they need out there into the public. So enforcement is mass scale, not just targeting famous channel, right? So there's another reason why there's no top list, because the demonetization is not looking at, this big channel going to demonetize it. They're looking at a specific type of content and behavior that YouTube and the people that do the advertising are trying to avoid. Okay, thousands of smaller channels were affected at once. What actually is happening in 2026, right? The big question everybody's asking. So instead of targeting top channel, YouTube is targeting content type. That's what you got to concentrate on. You got to figure out the content type that you are producing, and basically make a determination if it's going to impact you. I know that I saw some of the content, I saw some of the earlier video that I have. I said, oh man, that video might get impacted. And I try to show you one example later on, or one of my videos that could be impacted by that. There might be others as well, which I'm constantly checking and refining my techniques to avoid getting to the point that I get demonetized. Because I do a lot of different stuff, and some things may be targeted, but as long as my channel is not targeted, I'm in good shape, right? So the category, AI generated faceless content, right? Now, remember what I said, they're not going after AI generated content, right? They're not going after faceless content. It's what some of those channels produce, and mainly is reused or duplicated videos, right? Like posting the same video over and over and over again. Even I'm maybe subject to that, because I do kind of not recycle, but I may post a video and then I go back and I do remarks, I do commentary on it and things of that nature. But I'm adding different kind of information every time. I'm not just reposting the same video, you know. I'm trying to get something new every time I maybe post it. Well, I might use it as an example, like I'm going to use it tonight, right? Now, this is a big one, fake or misleading content. If it's fake, especially if it's misleading, that is absolutely a way not only to get demonetized, but to get terminated. When the trailers, and I don't do that many trailers, so I'm not that familiar with it, but news, fake news, are something that could that will get you eliminated from YouTube if you do that. That's why they always say, check the information that's produced by your AI generator, like either ChatGPT or any of the other AI that you might use. Check the information, because you may be putting information out there that may not be 100% correct, right? So therefore, you have to be careful about that. The other one is low effort slideshow or voiceover channel, right? Now, this is kind of a slippery slide, right? I'm going to talk about voiceover later on, but if you have a slideshow, which basically, and I will show you an example of that in a few minutes. Where is it at? Right here. Let me mark this so I can come back to it. Let me mark this on the different color letters so I can come back to it real easily. Okay. So let's look at this, one of my earliest videos that I created. And let's see what you guys think. You see that one? It's just still picture where it's a still photo where basically it just kind of is spanning left or right, and you have a voiceover which is generated by the system, and there's no picture, as the B-roll is unchanged. You see that one? Slide, pan left, pan right, but it's a still photo. So I believe that's what they're talking about right here. Oh, hold on. Gotta move this closer to here. Low effort slideshow with voiceover. That's what they mean by that. You know, so when I created, it was one of my first videos that I created when I had a free software, and basically what I was getting was what I knew at the time. So, but if my whole channel is about this kind of low effort voiceover channel, potentially they might say, you know, that's not the kind of content that we want. So I have changed this and I have evolved. Okay. So these have been demonetized at scale using improved detection system. So we are in a situation where we are using AI to create script, or using AI to create thumbnail, or using AI to create titles. But basically what is happening is then we have AI behind us double checking us to see if we're using only AI, and there's no human in the box. I don't know, call that term, human in the box, whereas it's a human person pushing the button, making all this thing happen, right? So think about you inside of a box, and you're pulling the title, you're changing it, you're sliding, you're kind of making a decision based upon that. But they don't want just to have a single AI doing everything for what a human person should do. So the bottom line about the question that I asked, what is actually happening on that? I said there's no legitimate ranked 10 titles or channels that have been demonetized. Only a high-profile example are available. Only a few are available. And the real mass crackdown is based on category, not in individual stars, right? So they're not going after people. They're not going after big channel because they're making too much money. They're going after a certain type of work where there's the minimum effort to create the content, and basically it's just repetitive in nature. Let's talk about that, right? So the key is be careful. There's a lot of information out there. So YouTube, who know who we are, and the advertiser are prioritizing user trust and quality. User trust and quality, big words. Now, remember one thing that in one of my prior live shows, I say that YouTube is not after you. They just have a different business priority. Because remember, they want people to post content that real people would watch, right, and make comments on and kind of interact with it, because that's what the advertiser want, right? So the advertiser pay YouTube, and YouTube pay us, right? So everybody wins. So for example, you could say there's no monetary value of YouTube de-obligating, decommissioning, or deleting channel, but you have to remember, this is a free society with this competition, and the advertiser have a choice as to which platform they use. They might use YouTube, they might use the other platform. I don't want to mention any names here, but they could use the other platform. You know where they are, or who they are, or where they are. They could use them to place their advertising where they're going to get the best buck for their money, right? So that's the way it is. So you always have to be aware of trending changes and things of that nature, right? So what do they want? They want to eliminate interchangeability content, meaning videos that follow a rigid template. For example, I think you have seen this before. I have a one prompt that we're going to give you a complete long video in 10 seconds, right? Well, it seems to me that's what they're trying to avoid, that they want you as a human person to make a lot of the decisions related to, the channel, related to the video, related to the script, related to what thumbnail to use, related to what title to use. Those are the things that you should be doing and using your personal knowledge and personal experience to create, not just leave it up to a bot, a computer to make all those decisions for you. All you have to do is press a button, like, what do they need us? Before you know it, we'll be completely replaced, right? So we need to use AI and the computer tools that we have as a tool, not being on the driver's seat for us, okay? The three main inauthentic trigger. Channel primarily being flagged for inauthentic content due to these three items: repetitive thumbnail, recycled title, slideshow videos, right? Repetitive thumbnail, it's like, for example, I could give one single command. Let's see, for example, right? So as a creator, I see or thumbnail based on it. Okay, so I just gave it that command, right? So what happens if I take the same command and I do it again? Would I get the same thumbnail or would I get something different? Let's see. And I think this is what they are talking about. You could use the same command multiple times to create multiple thumbnail with the same prompt, right? So it's going to come out shortly. So that's what we're talking about. So what they're talking about here is, you know, using the exact same layout, right? Home placement and style across the every video, right? And I saw a channel today where so you see, let me see that one. See this one here and this one here, right? Very close. Let me see if I could just put it next to each other on my thing there. Cut this one. I'm going to put it right next to each other so we get a sense of what we're talking about here. I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to go back here and look at the next one. Oh, get it that big. It doesn't matter really. Once you make a mistake, it's a snowball effect, you know. And you'll see how similar it is once you get it next to each other. Over here. You see that one, right? Look at the font size. Look at the font style. It's pretty much the same, almost the same individual, same color shirt, you know, same background stuff. Look at the blue and the red square with the sign. And some of the symbols in the background, even the same calendars in the background, or calendar or computer, whatever it is. And this is what they mean by using the exact same layout. I saw a channel that pretty much had like 10 or 15 videos, almost identical. The only thing that changed was if it was a man, it's a different man. Sometimes it was the same person with a slight different, like this one got the hands showing like this, right? And this one has the hand down. This one have a bigger smile. This one, if you look at it, and if you run it 10 times, you will get something very similar, okay? So if you are mass producing video, right, with it, like AI generation, what would you call it, funnel AI generation tool, right, that just one button creates the entire process, you're gonna get something that looks pretty much this way, where every thumbnail, although it has different words, right, it is basically the same, right? Now, recycled title, and in this case will be, for example, you see the word 4,000 watch hours, 4,000 watch hours. So that would appear, if I do it 10 times, those words would appear 10 times with a slight variation. So that's what I mean by you know, that's what I mean by mass produced. That's what I mean by the title, you know, basically being pretty much similar. There was a channel called Fall Asleep, the entire history of, and they had a different topic here. So in this case it would be, also will be something like, let me see if it comes out. I'm not gonna spend any time, 4K hours. hours, and then there will be whatever the change will be here. Da da da, da 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 da, da da da, something like that. So that signal a lack of unique editorial thoughts, right? That means if you have a factory that's generating one click to a video, you're going to get this kind of mass-produced concept where every thumbnail, every title looks exactly the same with so much more variation on it. And that's what they're trying to avoid. Now, the other one was the slideshow, like I showed you here. Right? It's basically, I'm going to show it again, right? So it's the same thing, right? It's a still photo, and basically you have a voiceover that was generated by the tool that I had. And all that it's doing is panning left and panning right. I'm basically generating a voiceover with a still picture. It's called a slideshow, so to speak. That's the kind of stuff that it's trying to avoid, right? So key concept to avoid flagging. Interchangeability. Avoid creating content that lacks fingerprint, meaning your fingerprint. If your script, voiceover, and visual are easily replicatable by another AI tool, YouTube view this as a commodity rather than a brand, right? So I'm quite sure if I put the same script that I created, that video that you saw, into another AI tool, I'm gonna get something very similar to that, but arguably you're supposed to, but not the same. But it could be easily replicatable by another tool. So they think, well, that is basically a commodity rather than a tool. But every time you create a script, you go in there, you modify, you create, you put your own uniqueness into it. And you do like we're doing right now, which is basically creating commentary and things of that nature. That avoid that kind of a problem, right? So one of the big terms is automation in the pipeline. You've seen a lot of videos about, say, hey, automate your entire content from A to Z using this template, right? Those are to be two keywords that should be like ding, 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 ding in your brain. Animation and template, right? While AI allows a fully automated pipeline from concept to script to voiceover to publishing, it's a major red flag. And once you get flagged, then you get AI looking at you for all of the other things that we talked about here. And if you violate anything, then that's when you get into trouble. So they're not saying that you cannot automate. They're just saying you better show your fingerprint in the process. You could have the process automated, and periodically you have some variability, some variation into what you're doing, and that's going to be okay. It's okay to create something from A to Z, from concept to script to voiceover to publishing. But before you press the button, before you upload, you want to go in there and be sure that the video A and B and C and D has enough variance between each other to avoid the issue with the concept of demonetization. Okay. Now this is another one that I've seen it on a lot on YouTube. I'm gonna be posting every night 20 videos every night or every day until I get monetized, or until I get this, or until I get so much money. So upload flooding is what it's called. Attempting to game the algorithm by uploading massive quantity of videos, sometimes 20 a day, signal a content farm mentality. Content farm mentality, right? So that's a red flag. I'm not saying that you cannot post 20 videos a day. If you have enough variability between each video and you kind of don't have any of the major issue that we talked about up here, maybe it's okay. Or most people don't have the time or the inclination to go and review every single video after they get it through this farm to be able to have enough uniqueness on it, right? And that's the concern. And that's what get people flagged. So now that we know what the problem is, what's the strategy for protection and success? How can we succeed in this new environment? Number one, we want to use AI as an assistant, not the engine, right? Although now we have self-driving cars, we have all kinds of different stuff. It's supposed to be our system. We still have to put in the address where we're going to, right? We still have to, we can't fall asleep while it's driving on the highway. We've seen that happen before, right? So use AI for research, outlining, drafting, to ensure a human performs the transformation. So you take all the data that the AI gives you, right? And you transform the content into something new. You rewrite the script to fit your own niche. You fact check for AI hallucinations and inject personal perspective. And what does that mean is, you get a script, you look at it, or it's just posted. It says, no, you have to look at it and be able to modify and make changes that will fit your niche. Because sometimes you might get information, but it doesn't quite fit your niche, and you have to modify it, or it's not going to be correct, right? So that's what it means. Now, hallucination, I've seen that happen in some of the scripts that I've written. It's like once I get to the AI script generation, I feel like I don't remember me researching this particular topic, and I have to go in there and delete section of the script or rewrite section of the script in order to avoid being incorrect or not knowing my information is correct, right? And the other one is personal perspective. Like right here, I show you in this video that I kind of have here, I show you how I basically, my perspective at the beginning was I could just publish this. Now it looks like I cannot. And I show you a personal example of how that is done, right? So that's what you got to do. Now, you need to build a unique brand. What does that mean? Create a consistent, unique character or avatar, right? You're going to show, in some of my videos that I'm going to show you, I have a unique avatar that I use. I have a couple of unique avatars that I use. One with a suit, one with a polo shirt, one with a beard, one without a beard, but it is my face. That's an avatar. And I use that to represent my channel, right? Another one is use a clone version of your own voice. I do have a clone version of my voice, and I try to use it as much as I possibly can. I don't use it all the time because it is really not against the rule to use avatar voices, right? YouTube allows that to happen, but if you intermingle your voice, your clone voice with the AI voices available, it brings another dimension to your video. It allows the AI that's looking after or inspecting your video to say, I kind of understand what's going on. So that's what you have to do, right? Establish a brand DNA, for example, specific colors, unique style, and distinct storytelling. In my channel, you're going to see the American flag because my channel is about veterans. You're going to see a lot of people, veterans, sometimes in uniforms, sometimes not in uniforms, but just regular people in society, right? So you don't see that, but I do have established set of colors on my channel that I use. Okay, break template on purpose, right? Vary every video pacing, right? So if you have the same video, the same AI methodology for generating your video, right? It will generate video that the sound and look exactly the same. For example, if you use the same voice, if you use the same script, if you use the same tool to generate your video, they're all going to look pretty much the same. And that is it's a situation that creates some issues and concerns. You're going to generate similar kind of music. So you have to be able to create, break that template and use something different, right? You want to, you change your intro structure. Like for example, I like to use my avatar at the beginning, and somewhere in the middle, and somewhere in the end, to sort of kind of break the structure of the videos that I get. I don't do it in every single video, but whenever I possible, that's my goal, to use my avatars as much as I possibly can. Okay, it says avoid using the same transition. We have video transition. If you use the Rich AI like I do, you have different transition, and you can change it from video to video or from section of the video to video. That's important. And also your emotional arc. I do have a couple of emotional arcs that I use that are different. If you look at my video, you'll be able to see what they are. But you cannot use the same emotional arc for every single video, because they begin to sound pretty much the same. I have one for the Marine Corps that sort of like, it has the same feeling every time I use it. That's why I like it, but I don't use it every time. Why? Now, this is something that basically, every time I do a video or do a strategy, they advocating one of two things: quality or quantity, right? There are some that says quality is most important, right? The quality is important, but you have to have quantity, right? So who wins? Who knows? Right now, I'm saying that fewer uploads with high distinction and effort are safer and more profitable than the mass-produced slop, right? That's what we're saying tonight, and I'm sticking to that tonight. But I want you to know that in prior video, I say, yes, quality is great, but if you only produce one video in a year, that may not be enough for you to get the monetization that you need. The number one, because if you fail in one video, you have to wait another year to post another video. So you have to basically follow a strategy, which I like to say it's a 1% improvement, whereas you post a video, the next time you improve by 1%, and the next time you improve by 1%, and so and so. So I do favor quality, but I want to be sure quantity is not that far away, okay? And then we have here the 4O strategy: outwork, outlearn, out-strategize, and outlast. Outwork, put more effort than a single AI prompt, right? That's what it means. Outlearn, stay updated with YouTube changing policy. That's the biggest concern that you may want to think about. Like, it changes all the time, so you have to stay in pace, because YouTube gives you the direction that they want you to follow as a creator, right? And basically, that's what you need to do. You need to be able to, if they want you to do less mass-produced product, a more unique product, that's what they're paying you to do. So you got to keep it. I'll strategize, pivot content based on the platform rewards. Human-led content is what we're looking for right now, or YouTube is looking for. The human to lead the content instead of the content leading the human. It's okay. Outlast. Diversify your income stream. Produce newsletter, sponsorship, so your business survive even if AdSense is temporarily interrupted. So that's an important one. Those of you that are getting massive amount of income, don't depend on one single strategy. Don't depend on one single channel in order to get you to the promised land, to get you to the money. So diversify your income stream. It's important. A couple of technical tips, and then we're going to talk about strategy. Avoid a stagnant visual, right? And this is, now we're going to get into the B-roll, right? Stock footage, and how to mix it up, right? If you have a talking head segment avatar to create dynamic visual experience, right? So you want to use B-roll, you want to use talking head avatar, you want to use your own avatar. So you want to mix that up. We'll explain how to do that in a few seconds, right? humanize the workflow, even if it's using tools like Gen AI, which I'm not advertising that you use it. Some people are using it to create basic content. I saw a video today where they were doing that. But manually adjust the pacing and fingerprint of the video to ensure it doesn't look identical to every channel on your niche. So I talk about a channel, a sleep history, right? I think I spoke to that. The creator was saying that they got demonetized, and they show the reasons why. The thumbnail was actually the same, almost the same every single time, like I showed you earlier. The variability of the title was very similar to what I just explained a few minutes ago. And they were using Gen AI to generate the video, and they explain why they got demonetized. So they kind of understand that they're actually making a correction on that. Very courageous for them to doing that. And they're introducing the B-roll concept, where they have their own avatar, they have the B-roll, they have still photo, they have videos. And what they basically explain is they were using a lot of still photo. Actually, the main content was still photo with a voiceover. And basically, what they are doing now is they actually they're not using just still photos where you pan left, you pan right, you pan up, kind of stuff. They're actually doing a combination, right? Like I said, he's saying, I like to start with my avatar, saying a few words and whatever. Then I go into my video content, and the video content contains not only still photo, but also contain videos. And he said he likes to vary them every 5 to 7 minutes. You want to show a different clip, right? So that's something that's important. And like I say, I do have some videos that I mostly still photo, but I try to inject video within them to ensure that I don't get caught in this trap. And if you look at my channel, you'll be able to see how I'm doing that. So the key is that cannot look identical to every other video, right? You have to be able to change it. You have to be able to make it so that there's differences, right? Now, this is an important one. This is the concept I spoke earlier, to stick around so you could hear it. It's called the B-roll prompt loophole, right? First of all, what is it? What is the B-roll loophole? Okay, loophole is a content strategy designed to bypass AI generation algorithm and low-effort content flags by shifting AI usage from narrative structure to visual enhancement. What does that mean? It's exactly what I explained before. Don't have the AI tool generate still photo, and then your tool that does this, the editing, just pan left, pan right, right? That's basically what it's talking about. And you want to have every 5 or 10 seconds, you want to have a change, right? You want to change the clip, right? And you want to show, you want to go video, B-roll, video, B-roll, avatar at the beginning and the end, and things of that nature, right? That's what it's talking about. Shifting AI usage from this narrative. I mean, narrative means using the same voiceover, although you're not prevented from using the same voiceover. But if you could have more than one voiceover, that would be best for the thing that you're trying to accomplish, right? Why YouTube synthetic context detector primarily target video with the core value are the script, the voice, and the primary visual. AI generated by a single unedited AI workflow, right? So they're saying if you have a single AI doing everything, but that's what it means right there. I kind of came out a little crooked when I said it, but if you have one single AI tool for workflow or whatever you want to call it, factory, content factory, generating the script, the voiceover, the voice, and this photo and images, right? Creating a single workflow, and it's unedited by a human person. That's what they are targeting. The loophole works by using AI as a component rather than a creator, right? So they don't want AI to create everything. Like, for example, you come in the morning and say, give me 10 videos. Press the button, go drink some coffee, come back, it's done, you just post it. Are you really the creator, or is the AI the creator? You have an entire workflow. You set it up once, you have an entire workflow, it's doing that. And I looked into that earlier on my career, and I almost got into that situation, but it didn't work out. And I could see some of the problems right here. I love to be able to generate videos and not have to worry about it, and then just get money being pumped out into me. But it's not gonna work, right? Maybe it worked at one time, but it's not gonna work. Okay. So how does the loophole work? The core strategy is moving away from generic prompt like generate a 5-minute video about space. I'm quite sure all of us have said that, or something similar. Generate. It's like I could do it on my phone. Generate a video about space on a generation tool, and it'll give me a script. Some of the programs that I have, I could do that, and it will actually just do it. Generate a video like, and not having any problems with it. So it should be really easy to do that, right? So I'm moving towards a fragmented prompting workflow. That the human anchor script. The script is either handwritten, which nobody does, or heavily edited, which we all should do, right? And that's what they're looking for, heavily edited. Don't just get your script and just post it without doing any edit to it. So because the reason I spoke earlier, one is hallucination, another one is error, another one is blah, 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 correct content. Include personal anecdote, a specific data point, a nuanced opinion that AI cannot replicate. These serve as proof of humanity that the algorithm looks for in the metadata. Like, for example, right now, I just read that off, right? But if I saw that I do, I'm quite sure it's going to get picked up by the algorithm and say, like, you just read that. But if I kind of try to explain it, like, for example, when I give an example, I just did that in a video that I didn't like, and I show you an example where, oh, okay, that's an anecdote, or it's a data point, okay. And this other video, 70% of the people using this type of content got demonetized based on what? Based on information that I learned on ChatGPT. It kind of gives you the data point, the source of the data point. So although I'm quite sure an AI could research that, in the context of what we are doing, they probably didn't, right? So that's what I'm talking about. So a specificity on B-roll layering. Instead of letting the AI generator pick stock footage, right? So that's what we're going back to the content farm, where you press one button. The AI pick the B-roll, they pick the stock footage, they pick everything that you need for doing that. And you just basically just get nothing. You just get it right there. Use a specific high complexity prompt to generate unique B-roll that support your human written point. And a lot of time what I do is I get a video creator, and I replace the stock footage by some of my unique footage. I do something different every time. I do it towards the beginning and the middle of the end if I can. So that's, you want to be specific to the video, to the information you're trying to convey. Don't just let information that is similar but not related to your topic to become part of your video. I've seen that on some of my videos and say, like, how do I change that? So I have to put some thinking behind on doing that. So generic prompts are banned. showing a futuristic city. I've seen people use that kind of prompt, right? They want you to make it more elaborate. For example, cinematic drone shot of Martian colony in 2041, hydroponic lighting reflecting off carbon fiber dome, 8K resolution, photorealistic style, right? So one of the things that I do a lot of times is when I have, let's say that I may have a generic prompt, right? Like this, right? I go to the AI and say like, first of all, improving this prompt, right? And they'll give me more data about it, something that looks similar to this. Then I can improve on the prompt until I actually get something that it looks more complex. It looks more like the kind of things that I want to do. So you could use the AI to keep modifying and updating your prompt until you get something that is more realistic, more safe for you to use, right? The other one is hybrid metadata signal. When you upload, you are technically using a synthetic AI, but because you use B-roll are prompted to match human-centric narrative, the value I is considered high enough to pass monetization review. So because you did something like this, right? Because you actually created an elaborate prompt that I kind of have your own style added to it, instead of becoming just a synthetic content, it in reality is he had like a high-end camera that basically captured a picture rather than generated an AI image, right? So you're gonna hear a lot from a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is AI generated and blue, blue, blue," right? But in reality, there's nothing wrong with AI. AI is great. It does a lot of great things. But for YouTube purposes, they want more of your fingerprint, more of your uniqueness into it. And that was going to help you avoid demonetization, right? So we got a couple of things, and then we're going to talk about how to save your own channel. The 3 rules of the loophole. Never use AI voices alone. 2, vary your visuals. 3, active metadata disclosure. I'm going to talk about all 3 of them, right? So the first one, never use AI voiceover alone, right? AI layer and AI voiceover as human edited script. Better yet, use a clone version of your own voice with a unique inflection. So basically, if you pick an AI that is from the tools of AI that are available out there, and you give them a unique script, they're still saying it's okay. But if you want to do even better, just generate a clone of your own voice, and let that be what you need to do, right? And if you watch my video last night and the couple nights before, if you listen to my voice, my AI clone generated voice, which is slightly different than my own voice, which right now I'm a little bit hoarse, but it's still my voice. It was my voice when I created it, right? Visual variety every 5 to 7 seconds, right? Zero change, use diverse prompts to ensure AI isn't losing similar texture, which is a massive red flag for demonetization, right? So what I was speaking of there is you have the, different individuals on the prompt, but the background is always the same. That'll be one situation where AI is sort of recycling the same pictures. As a matter of fact, there are some context that I use that I specifically tell the AI what background I want, and it's fixed throughout the video because to create familiarity with what I'm doing. So if that's short video, so it's not a big deal, but if you're doing a long video and you have the same background throughout the same video for most of it, you might tend to see that it's a big problem. Now this one here is easily correctable, but some people mess it up. Active metadata disclosure. Use the 2026 exclusive tool to admit part of the synthetic, part of synthetic, will emphasize that educational or entertainment value is original, right? So you can put that on your comment section, or where you describe the video description section. You could do a description like that. Also, YouTube has a let me see, I don't know if I could show that real quick. Yeah, I could show it, yeah. Yeah, I could show it, yeah. They have this thing right here. Let me show you some more video, so hopefully you'll have it. You want to show something, it doesn't work. Alter content, right here. So you want to mark yes, right? If you're using synthetic content, if you're using AI, it doesn't penalize you. It really doesn't penalize you. But what it does do is kind of alert the tool that at least you made the proper disclosure, right? So people that didn't do that risk the channel being demonetized. So if you disclose and nothing happened, if you fail to disclose it, you get demonetized. To me, it's a no-brainer, right? Why save the channel? Okay, first of all, YouTube doesn't want to ban AI, like I said before. They want to ban spam. You, by using B-roll loophole to prove the algorithm that you are the creator using the tool, not the bot farmer, right? So you're not a bot farmer, you are the creator that are using AI tools to get a video out for entertainment purposes, for whatever reason it's out there. You know, you're not a farmer sitting generate. And as a matter of fact, I think on the thumbnail for this, you have like a bot. Let me take a look at what's out there. Give me 1 second. Gotta put my glasses for this. Yeah, you have a bot, with a finger on a button. That's what you need to avoid. So how do I adapt everything that I said, right? And have our own strategy for generating content for my specific niche, right? So what I want to do is what I recommend you turn your passion into an episodic content video. Instead of explaining what you do, like right now we're doing a lot of explanation. We want to show it, right? And I was looking at some high impact video idea, like for example, I spent 24 hours feeding homeless. So that's basically feeding homeless is my channel. We turned the YouTube subscriber into 500 meals, right? That's an idea. And we actually using a subscriber that we have right now. That is what we advertised in the beginning. And that's what's gotten us a lot of subscribers, because we want to turn every subscriber that we get into a meal. So don't forget to subscribe. And we also do some training. So from cybersecurity analyst, full transformation stories, we're going to play some stories. What veterans don't tell you about hunger. Like I said last night, some of this video I have, some of them I don't have. But I will create some of all of these. And this video could be 10 or 25 minutes, which is exactly what you need for creating more watch hours, basically. And so that's only part of it, right? So that's before we got together. I got together and I created a list. Now I already have a playlist with some of the videos, but this is going to be different, right? This basically is I'm going to take these topics that are here. I'm going to do like a narrative or a commentary about it. Like tonight, let's do a little bit of the first one to get an idea what I'm talking about. This is the first one that I'm going to show. So if you see this one, it has still photo, it has transition, and it has some of the things that I said that are kind of hard to make sure that you that could get your channel demonetized. So basically, we are recreating that with commentary. Right? We're going to do that. It basically is what the channel is gonna is designed to do. Right? So it should be a short video because it's only an introduction. So those are basically the basic tenet, right? We get subscribers will give you funds. With those funds, we buy some food. We feed the veterans, and we actually have some training for cybersecurity. It's available if they want to take advantage of that. And then the storytelling part is what we're doing right now. It's telling a story, what our plans are. So that's what we plan to do right now. So let's continue on. So this is why we said subscribe, because that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to get the AI channel, our channel to feed families during the holidays that may need a little bit of help. Right? We all need a little help sometime in our life. Right, so basically, we are hoping that that you help us, that you join our channel, that you join our cause, so to speak, and you see what we're trying to do, which is to feed the veterans. We're trying to provide training for those that left the military and need additional training to join the workforce if we can, things of that nature. So you don't need to be. You're not prevented from, you don't need to be in the military to actually do this. You can just be a person like me. You can have a family member in the military. You don't have to have a family member in the military. Just join us. So that's basically what it is, and there'll be another video, but I'm not gonna play right now. So that's the first video that's part of the mission that we wanted to do. So this one here, I'm gonna put a different color in it. That shows that we already showed that one. And I'm gonna make it blue. So next time, when we're doing the class, we are going to be talking about this portion here, this one over here. So the plan is to turn our passion into an episodic content. This will be the episode that we're going to be addressing right here. Some of these, hopefully we get through all of them. And when we get through all of them, we're going to be publishing content besides the live show. We're going to do some editing and perhaps creating a masterclass based upon that. And we'll see what happens. We have a couple of episodes already that we kind of put together the last couple of nights. And basically, we're hoping that you stay with us and you join us from that. So that's the goal. That's what we're going to accomplish. Get back over here. Stop sharing. So again, this is another layer in this house that we're building. So we need your support to be willing to subscribe. We need for you to make comments on our video so that we're not just talking into the void, which we don't mind, but we prefer to have basically your comments. Positive, negative, not sure, but just be respectful. There are changes that you want to make, and when our approach, in the way that we are going. I really appreciate it if you let us know. And with that being said, I'm going to say good night.